Hello, friends and foes. I know it has been a minute, but I have successfully unhinged the jaws of capitalism that have slowly been crushing me the last several months to bring you this video today. So I just... Sorry, just got lost in it for a second. Whew. Anyhoodle. Already got the brows down because we got places to be. Well, maybe you do, but I have another video to record about me getting sterilized, so check that one out right after, baby. Upon putting my hair up like this, I realized I am Frankie Foster from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. And just looking for that one picture, I'm reminded of a world of artistic perverts out there using Procreate to give a digital BBL to this teenager. Now back to the main event. We're doing an all pink makeup look. It is very much going to be pink era peach PRC, and if you're curious, I'm listening to 5 Seconds of Summer's latest album. So today's look is brought to you by Australia. This lighting didn't look right, and when trying to fix it, I burnt my hand on the bulb, so it's gonna have to look right because the universe has spoken. Now we are going with the tried and true palette that I reach for reflexively and with the quickness. That's right, it's the Radioactive palette by Melolops. I hope I'm saying that right. This shit is so good. Not sponsored, but oh my freaking god, I wish, dog. It's a smaller makeup brand, vegan, cruelty-free. The owner is Puerto Riqueña. And if you're into bright, obnoxious colors, you really have no reason not to. And we're not even going to be using them today, but don't get me started on their water-based liners. I'm literally frothing at the mouth into my microphone just thinking about it. One of these days, I'm actually going to make a video where I am speaking and not doing a voiceover, but I'll tell you what, I can barely talk and chew gum at the same time, so keep me in your thoughts and prayers with that one. Now, you know how they say the perfect is the enemy of the good? Keep that in your hearts and minds here on this day, because I continued my noble and valiant battle against this lighting, but my astigmatism whooped my ass as I obviously could not see how much more heavy-handed I was on my left half of my face by comparison to my right. Obvious, because if I had known, I would have fixed it. It might look like Video Me is cognizant of this here in this moment, but I promise this is just a classic example of dramatic irony. Look at them. So happy, so blissful, so unaware. Let's let them live in this moment. And talk about the inspo for this look. So, like I said, peach, PRC, pink era, who is what I was listening to that entire day of my unbirthday party, aka the party celebrating the day of my sterilization, which is very much the inspo for this, but also the resurgence and reclamation of the word bimbo. Now, I don't want to conflate Peach with the bimbo reclamation era, as I cannot speak for her, and no one would want me to because my Australian accent is terrible. But the poster child from my For You page is Chrissy Chlepeka, who, if you don't know, think pink, hyperfeminine, bubblegum glitter princess. Now, if I look up the definition of bimbo, it says, quote, an attractive but unintelligent or frivolous young woman. The frivolity of it being hyperfemininity, because somebody can't be hyperfeminine without attacks from both sides. One, being hypersexualized in contexts that they might not want to be, and the other, criticizing it, like in this definition, for being frivolous and, heavy on the air quotes here, offering no utility or value. Because surely women and non-men only do things to appeal to men, right? They can't possibly just do things to look a certain way because they like it. That's insane. That's crazy talk. However, the reclaimed and modern definition is someone of any gender that is gender inclusive, pro-sex work, and an intersectional feminist with left-leaning ideologies. However, there is pushback against this reclamation by calling it a form of, quote, anti-intellectualism, and critiquing the movement for, again, heavy on the air quotes here, falling into traditional gender roles. This, I think, is a warping of the original point and messaging of the reclamation, and we're not even going to get too far into the weeds on this here today, but keep an eye out for a future podcast episode about it because I love women. and femmes. And any chance to talk about them at length, I'm gonna take it. Ooh, almost forgot. The glitter here is by Certify, and I love it so much, and thank goodness I do, because I spilled half a damn bottle on my vanity. I'm still dealing with the repercussions of it to this day. You already know the deal. Hit the face with that elf duo of the century. And I saw this spatula application on TikTok, and I'm indifferent at the moment. I think it would probably be better with a metal spatula like I had seen originally, but this is the only other spatula I have other than the one for flipping burgers, so let me live. If you've been feeling like you've been in a funk, slap on some pink, because I can say with 99.99% certainty that it will make you feel so cute. This is the brightest, pinkest blush that I have, which isn't saying much. It's the Freck Cheek Slime, and I don't know if they've changed their formula since, but if you can't tell, I'm not the biggest fan. Let me know if you like it though, it might just be a me thing. And it would be just my luck that a week after I filmed this, my mentor gave me the most perfect discontinued Barbie pink eyes lip cheek tint the world has ever seen. But alas, we beat on. Boats against the current, borne ceaselessly into the past. Final touches, a little more pink, a little extra glitz. And who would I be without the most blatant, disrespectful highlight possible? I started doing this on tour back in 2019, and now that I have shaved eyebrow tails again, it's time to bring it back. And new hair in 3, 2. No, I didn't feel like lashes, so just a touch of mascara. And you know what that means. You guessed it, it's montage time, baby. Okay, I'll shut up, I'll shut up. This was so much fun, you guys. If you're seeing this, my next video about getting sterilized and why I've chosen to be child-free will be up ASAP, so keep an eye out for that. And be the bimbo that you want to see in the world. Because for every like, one bimbo gets their winged eyeliner. Y'all can follow me at all of these places. And like I said, be sure to like, subscribe, all that garbage, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you, bye!